Welcome everyone to this workshop, Interactive Instructional Video with Canvas Studio. I'm Greg Beyer, your Distance Education Coordinator, and I am really happy that each of you has chosen to spend some of your precious time, especially so close to the beginning of the semester and what I'm sure will be an exciting and exhilarating presentation during convocation tomorrow. In this workshop, I'm going to talk about Canvas Studio, which is a video management tool here that's part of Canvas. I will talk about the options for creating videos, the options we have for doing interactions with videos, and also interactions analysis. And as I go through, I will pause from time to time to see if you have any questions, but don't hesitate to wait. Don't hesitate to wait. That's redundant. Don't hesitate to post your questions in chat, and I will perhaps jump in and take a look at those as we go through. Canvas Studio is a video creation and management tool. It's important for us to know that it is separately licensed by Instructure. It is not a core part of Canvas. And we in California's community colleges have had our statewide Canvas Studio license paid by the CVC OEI for, I think, the past 3 years now, maybe 4. We in Los Rios, fortunately, had our own license prior to the state paying for it. And so if the state stops paying for the license, and it has been a fight every year to get them to renew it, the folks who manage money at the finance departments, I think is what it's called, at the state legislature, or the state government rather, don't consider it a core part of Canvas. And so we have to argue and advocate and lobby for it each year. And we've been successful, we the distance ed community. But in case we're not successful, I'm also happy to share that I have heard commitments, verbal commitments, from our district administrative leadership that they will pay for ongoing license to use Studio. So I feel confident that we will have a continuing access to this. The quote there, turns content into conversation. That's their marketing. I happen to like it, so I decided to reuse it, but I properly cited it. Note that. And then one final point, it is for asynchronous video only. So Studio will not replace Zoom for synchronous video with students, although you can take your Zoom recordings and then add them to Studio. And okay, I've got my notes here, but of course, as you've heard me say before, I have issues with window management on my computer during a presentation. And there we go. Okay, so let me talk about the 4 different types of video that we can do with Studio. And I'll again demonstrate each of these, or at least I'll demonstrate for sure 3 of the 4. One is you can use Studio to record you. The Studio can tap into your webcam or other camera you have connected to your computer, and you can do a video recording and say, hey, this is Professor Beyer, et cetera, et cetera. And I'll give specific examples when I do the demonstration. You can also record your screen. Studio has a separate product called screencast-o-matic.com. They have a license for that software. So you can use that software as part of Studio to do a screen recording. So if you want to do a demonstration or from your class, you could do a screen recording. That's how you could do a lecture, right? If you're using PowerPoint or Google Slides, just do a screen recording with that. Obviously, we can do that in Zoom as well. You can upload a video to Studio. So a video file that you have on your local computer, whether that's something you created yourself or that you've downloaded from somewhere else, you can upload that into Studio. And then finally, you can paste a direct link from Vimeo or from YouTube to take advantage of Studio's things. So you may wonder, why would I use Studio for any of these things if I can do all these things separately? It's because of the interactive stuff that is built into Studio. So I'll preview this by saying that the Studio automatically tracks how long each user in your class watches each of your videos and which point they stop watching the videos. It also has an inline comments feature. So if you are a fan of pop-up videos from VH1, like I am, it's like pop-up video where you're watching the video, then boom, a little comment will pop up that anyone has made. The last session that I did a little while ago about a regular and substantive interaction in online classes, someone asked a question about, I would love to have a way for videos to be paused and someone could comment right there. Studio has that built in, the timestamp to comments, which is pretty slick. And then finally, Studio has a quizzing engine, so you can do quiz questions that are within the video, and then those quiz questions can be recorded directly to the Canvas gradebook. So that ability to more objectively assess whether our students are actually watching the videos is built into Studio. So it's pretty slick for that. And again, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate. I'm not sure if I can demonstrate screen recording, but I for sure can demonstrate the other three, and I'll demonstrate those interactive things too. So let me do a quick pause here, see if anyone has any questions before I start the demos.
I'm not sure what my question is exactly, but you said that to do screen capture, because I'll record a lecture over PowerPoint or even my notes, that sort of thing. And I just click. No, I don't do screen capture. Gets me in a little box, right?
Yeah, you have the option. If you do the screen capture, you can either do the screen or.
Oh yeah, or both.
Yeah.
Right. So you said something about Screencast-O-Matic, but is that something that happens behind the scenes, or is that something? Because I used to use that before I would do Studio.
Do you know in the old days when you'd have a celebrity being interviewed on a talk show, and the host would hand the celebrity a drink, and it would obviously be a can of Coca-Cola with the white band wrapped around it, so the brand was hidden, but you could obviously see based on the color or the little bit that popped up.
Yeah, that's
the kind of access we get to Screencast-O-Matic. It actually is. You can buy Screencast-O-Matic on your own, very low, very low cost. But Instructure has, I think, probably purchased licensing for Screencast-O-Matic, and they call it the screen recording, but it's Screencast-O-Matic, and that's what gets downloaded onto your computer. Yeah.
Fine, that's fine.
Okay. I'm going back to the 80s and 90s in my TV references. I hope you all realize. Okay, so video creation, record you. So the example that I have, the kind of the context is something like my welcome announcement. And I learned doing the same workshop before that you can do Zoom and Studio at the same time. So let me pull up my demo course here. And I've got a content page. So let's pretend this is an announcement. Let's pretend this is an announcement. And you've got the content, right? The written content I want my students to be able to read. But I also like adding video because it's a nice way to make a connection between me and my students. And how we do this, so let me talk about that, is while we're in edit mode, excuse me, in the rich content editor. So again, I'm asking you to pretend this is an announcement. Obviously, it could be a content page. This can be a quiz instructions or discussion prompts or response or anything. I've got an insertion point, and then in the rich content editor toolbar is a button for apps. So this looks like a plug, right, for plugging something into the wall. And if you haven't yet accessed Studio in this course, you won't see Studio pop up, but you will see the View All button. So you can select View All and then find Canvas Studio. I've obviously done that before in this course, so I will select Canvas Studio. This opens up the Studio dialog. It will show you your videos that you have already. So you'll see some stuff as I go through this. The very first time, right, you won't see anything. There's an Atkins menu in this dialog, and one of the options is webcam capture. And when this pops up, you should see my webcam in the dialog there, even though I'm also using it for Zoom. I'll take advantage of idle time by mentioning students can also use Studio, but they have to use it either through the webcam, through the toolbar link like I'm using here. So this could be a assignment submission, it could be a discussion reply, right? The places where students typically access the rich content editor. Students cannot see the Studio link in course navigation, and also they cannot see, nor can we, a Studio link in global navigation. The default for Studio installations is to put a Studio link in global navigation so that everyone can use it, students, instructors. In Los Rios, we decided that we were concerned about having to pay a license fee for the storage that students might be using if we gave them easy access to it. So we actually went through the work of hiding that link, but students can still use it again by going through the rich content editor toolbar. And it's also possible to have Studio as an assignment submission type, where students have to record a video using Studio. Okay, so let me close this dialog and refresh. Let's try that again. All right, I'm going to pause. I'll come back to this. I'll hit save and I'll come back to the next example there. Yeah, and I'll ask for questions on that when I come back to it. Let's go to the next example. And this is recording the screen. Again, it prompts you to download the software for Screencast-O-Matic, and then you can run that to record the screen. I had trouble getting this to work before because I already have a Screencast-O-Matic installed. I purchased my own license several years ago. So I'll go ahead and try this, but I'll share that the examples that I might use are to do a course navigation video so that I can, tell my students, hey, this is how you navigate through our course. This is what's on the modules page. This is how to view your grades, those kinds of things. Obviously, screen navigation, we mentioned before, can be a lecture. So I could have the little bubble with my head in it, the little screen, a picture-in-picture is what it's called, of me talking, and then the majority of the screen could be the PowerPoint or the Google Slides for my presentation. Obviously, demonstrating software is something I could use it for if that's important for my class. Anything that I can get on my computer screen, I can use screen capture for that. And let's try this, and we'll see. Okay, let's go back to Apps, Canvas Studio. And then I'll go to screen capture and let's see what happens. Maybe Canvas Studio has gotten smarter and it recognizes that I've already got it. I'll take a look at chat and I'll say, will your camera work with both programs? Zoom uses the camera, which might not allow us to go. Yeah, Eddie, that's what I assumed. But when I did this last semester, I was able to do both. And I was really happy with that it would do both. Okay, so here it's prompting me to download the screen capture application. I'll download that. Okay, it's downloading on my computer. It recognized that I'm on a Mac because it's downloading a Mac installation file. I'll go ahead and run that installation and see what happens.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Screen recorder ready. Go back to the web page to start a recording. Okay. So let's try that again. Screen capture. Okay, do I want to give this website permission to open the software? I absolutely do. And my Mac is asking me, do you want to open the software you just downloaded? I don't know if you can see that on your view. Okay, I'm getting the same loop again. I believe this is because I already have this software on my computer. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Can you see the record dialog on my screen? You can. All right, let me do a new screen share and I'll try that again. And I think in Zoom, we can select an area, right? Oh, advanced portion of screen, POW, look at that. All right, so let's see if that works better. So you all should see my browser window with, okay, so this is the screen capture actually in effects, which is great. You see screen, webcam, or both. If I try both, let's see if this works. Did I break it? Okay, maybe I now have a problem with doing the dual recording. So that's, oh yeah, I have an error message here. Problem report for launcher. Okay, there you go. All right. Now let's try that one more time. Oh, no, it still thinks it's working. Yeah. Click OK. All right, one more time, and then I'll move on to the next one. I'm sure that upload video on YouTube will work, and at least I'll salvage something from this. All right, one more time. Canvas Studio, screen capture. It's loading. Okay, there it is. So in the dialog here, I'm not going to select both. I'm going to stick with just my screen, right? I can change the size of the window. And I can have narration as an option on or off. I have computer audio as an option on or off. There's a record button here. So let's do a quick recording. And this is a recording of me making a recording, doing a recording of my screen using the screen capture recording feature that's part of Canvas Studio. I select the pause button. There's a countdown. There's a clock, rather, not countdown, but a timer there. This is I'm up to 13 seconds. When I hit pause, I then select the edit button. And this should pull up the editor. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not the, I paused the recording and now it has the, not editor. This is like adding a comments tool, right? So I can draw and zoom, I can draw a line, whatever. That's not what I want. I wanted to hit not pause, but done. Because when I hit done, it then opens up the other editor. I can add a title, screen recording. And then I'll pretend that we had a description, but let me select the edit button here because I should have some tools. Ooh, and I do. So I'm now doing some video editing here. This screen capture recording is a relatively unsophisticated editing program. It's not the stuff by Adobe, but it works good enough and it can work really well. And we can do things like we can cut. So if I didn't like this part of the video that I just made, I can, I'm going to go ahead and cut that. The audio form is here, so I can see where my volume kind of dips up and down. I can choose whether or not to show the cursor. Under the tools, I should be able to do things like overlay an arrow, and I can draw an arrow on my screen. And this portion of the video, right, you see where the blue button is, I'm sorry, the blue overlay is, that will show where that is on the video. So let me click preview this edit, and it's going to eventually fade away. There it goes, right? Yeah, I like that edit. So I won't do a whole bunch of video editing here, but this is the kind of stuff that you can do. And again, to review the steps, right? I activated Canvas Studio. I inserted I chose the screen capture. I did have to download the software. I can't do webcam for both things, which I'm kind of disappointed at because it did work before, but okay, whatever. And then I hit the record button, I hit the done button, not pause, but done. And then the done allowed me to access the editor. And there's all kinds of stuff you can do here. When I click done here, again, I get the upload, the screen recording test is my title. I'm going to select upload and it should, okay. It's doing some publishing and that's great. It's encoding right now and now it's uploading. Obviously a short video should be pretty quick. Upload successful, great. Okay. Oh, and you see here, right? I'm still in the dialog to select a Canvas Studio video. The top video in the dialog is the most recent video that I've used. So I can see it right here. It says screen recording test, great. I will hit the select button. And then I have this option here, two options here. One is to display download button. Do I want my students to be able to download this video? I never do, but I guess you might want to. I'm sure there are reasons to do that. Do I want to display media tabs? Display media is where the comments are part of it, is where the comment feature is turned on. I'm going to turn that off for now because I'm going to do display media for the other video. And then I'll select embed. And there's the video. So if I hit save, we'll see what the page looks like. And so a student could come in and click the play button and then watch the video. You can see that the arrow will fade out after a few seconds. There it goes. Okay. I'm going to pause there, see if y'all have any questions. And I'll share first, actually, that these two things I just tried to demonstrate, the last time I did this workshop, it flipped. The webcam worked, but the screen recorder didn't, and now screen recorder works. So if you attended the last one, then at least you're getting the complete experience. Catherine.
Hey, thanks. I'm going to lower my hand. So these edits, can they be made to a studio video after they've been uploaded, or do they have to be done right before you click upload?
I don't know. And let's do a test, because it downloaded an application. So let me try this. So let me go to, I'll go to the previous page. And then I'm going to edit it. No, I'm sorry. Let's not do the previous page. Let's talk about the other ways I can access Studio, right? So I've done this so far directly in the rich content editor, right? I've selected the toolbar button, all that. A Studio link is added to course navigation, and I'm going to select that link. There it is, Studio. And now I'm looking at all of the Studio videos that are part of this class. The hamburger menu that's part of this frame up here, if I select that, I can go back up to my library, and this will show me every single Studio video I have on this instance of Canvas. Also in that, you see there's things that say shared with me. These are videos that have been shared with me by one of my colleagues here in Los Rios. We can share directly with each other. In fact, if I take that video I just created, screen recording test, I think if I select the Atkins menu, yep, there's share media, right? So I could click share, and I could say, you know what, let me share that with Catherine Mayo. There she is, right? And I can give you permissions, I can allow you to edit it or whatever. Okay, so I won't do that right now, but if I did this, it would share with you directly. If I select edit media, this is Canvas Studio's editor, and this was also added recently. This allows me to trim or cut video. So that's that's the first edit, right? Probably from any videos, to trim or cut. Thank you, Gail, for the thumbs up. So in any video, I know when I was first taught how to make video, always give yourself some silence at the beginning and some silence at the end, so you can trim those as needed. This allows you to do that, and it also allows you to cut, so you can cut a middle section of the video out if you want to. That's all the editing they have now. This isn't answering your question yet. That's all the editing that they have now, but they have promised that they're going to be adding more editing over time. So I hope that they're good on that. So let me hit cancel here. And then while I'm on the screen, so again, remember I got here by selecting Studio from the course navigation menu. I've got the button up here to record. I'm going to see if I can back into editing the video that I just made. And so if I go to record and select screen capture, it'll open up the screen capture software again. There it is. And here I'm going to click on the cancel button. And that didn't do it. I know on Screencast-O-Matic, I can access my recordings I made earlier because they're stored on my local computer, but I think that might not be possible here.
I'm wondering, I think I know what you're talking about, because I've been able to access those screen captures. I have to record a little bit and stop it, and then I think cancel it. Like I have to start a recording, stop, and then it'll allow me to go in and select something that I've done.
Yeah, let's test that. Okay, so I'll do 2 seconds. Great. Hit pause, hit done. This will open up the editor. And here's the link back to recordings. So if you click back to recordings, I should see, yeah, today at 3:01 p.m. No, I don't want to delete it. I want to open it. Oh, let's see. 3:11. Oh, you know what? I don't see it here. Nope. This is the recording I just made. Yeah, that's that 2-second recording. So anyway, to replicate what you were suggesting, Catherine, that is what should work. but I'm surprised that they see April 2022. Obviously, that's not the one that I made earlier today. Okay, so what if I just close?
Theoretically, if you did go back into that video that you made where you put the arrow down, you'd be able to go in and put, because I'd love to be able to put some arrows in some videos. That looks really cool. Yeah.
Let me do one more quick test. So I refresh my web page, I quit out of it, and then I'm going to see if I can discover this little 2-second recording I just made. So let's go into record screen and hit record. And 2 seconds, pause, done. Okay, so that's that thing I just made here. Let me go back to recordings. And it was there. That's that 3-second one I made. So I could edit this one, and then there's my tool. It remembers the arrow was the last tool that I used, so I can add an arrow if I want. Okay, so it looks like we had mixed success on what you suggested. I don't know why I couldn't recover that other one. Maybe I've just been clicking and working too fast. Okay, so let's.
And why isn't there just a button somewhere that says back to recordings, you know, so that you can go back in and do this kind of editing?
Yeah.
That you have to do this sort of workaround.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would not. What would I do? Well, actually, let me open this up. Let me see if there's something else I can do. Can I go into edit and tools, and can I overlay another video? I can overlay a video. So I'm going to select a video file. I think I have one on my downloads. I have an MP4. I thought I did. I've got it sorted by date modified. Oh, let's go down here. That's 3.5 megabytes. Let's see if I can insert a 3.5 megabyte video, right? I'm doing a lot of extra work here. There's a video I just made. Let me cause that to fill the screen so it does overlay everything. Oh, I can't make it bigger. It's not letting me adjust the size. Oh, yes, it is. I just clicked on the wrong thing.
I'm not sure I'm following why you're overlaying a video over it.
Why I would overlay a video, I'm going too many steps, I think, but I'll share why I would do this, is I'm overlaying a video so that I can use the editing tools on the currently open video. So that if I wanted to add a arrow to this video, right, that's on top of this.
Yeah.
Right.
Huh.
And so if I lost access to the original video, right? So I'll go with Catherine's suggestion, right? I made a video. Later on, I want to come back and edit it and add highlights, whatever. And I can't access it. Like I'm unable to right now access the first video that I made. Then what I could do is I could go to that first video that I made. I could download it, because you can always download your own studio videos, and then add that video as an overlay to a brand new video for the sole purpose of getting access to the editing tools. Thank you, Gail. And you might, by that time you're like, why didn't I just buy my own license, Screencast-O-Matic, and manage it locally? And yeah, that would be easier. Okay, so let's go back to recording. So that hopefully you saw that did work. Let me do the next demo. So that was this one here, record your screen. Okay, let me click next. And so upload a video, right? This is my next example. And upload a video is I can take a video file that I have locally. Actually, you just saw me do this. The example, the context is a lecture, right? I could record a lecture on my own. This could be something like I'm recording a lecture using my phone because I'm in the field and I'm talking about something. Corey, I see you on my screen, so I'm guessing that you set up my phone and record a demonstration, right? A demonstration of equipment or something, or it's my voice, my hands doing the things. I can't record that directly into Studio, obviously, because I'd have to have my webcam, whatever. And I'm going to get a nicer quality video with my phone anyway. So once I've got that video on my local computer, I can upload it directly to Studio. And you can see here in my instructional context for this video, I'm saying to my students, as you watch the video, use the comments field to share your comments and questions. So let's take a look at that. Open up my video, get my insertion point, go to Studio. This time I'm going to do upload. So upload from computer. And I made a nice small video. Oh, there we go. I go to downloads, it should be right there on top. And why isn't it? Okay, I have a specific intent with the specific video I picked. Yeah. All right, let me do a search for it.
Greg, that column is in reverse date order. I don't know if you noticed. It's in 2021 down to 2022.
Thank you. I could upload the Star Wars Holiday Special from 1978, but that's 400 megabytes. That's too long. All right. What I don't know here, cancel. All right. I'm going to find this on my Finder window on my computer, and okay. All right. What you can also do is, without selecting the Atkins menu, right, to upload from computer, I should be able to drag and drop. There we go. So I'm dragging and dropping a file up there, and it's going to upload, and you can see the upload progress. This file is only, what is it? So many megabytes size, and it's uploading. So the comments feature on videos, as I mentioned, again, if you're familiar with pop-up video, you'll know what I'm talking about, and I'll demonstrate it for you in a couple of seconds here. There is not a way to connect directly commenting on a video with grades. So if you make an assignment, you'd have to grade it manually, which is something, obviously we grade all kinds of things manually. The quizzes do go directly to grades, and I'll be showing that pretty soon as well. What this also allows me to do, once I finish this upload, so I finished the upload and now I'm waiting for it to process. I'm going to just click on the link and see what happens. Great. I'm going to display media tabs, yes, and select embed. Okay. Great. So here's my video. I might want to pick a new thumbnail for the video because I've got my daughter would be laughing out loud, really, really loud right now. So on the video, again, I've uploaded a video file to Studio. The details tab is where I can edit the details. And this is where, oh no, it's not where I do the thumbnail, it's a different place. But I can give a title and a description. And the students can see this. Okay, so there we go. And then there's a save description here. The way comments work is at any point in the video, you can, oh, look, I got to pick better faces. There we go. Right, as you're watching the video, I'm at this time point here. I'm going to click play and then I'll hit the comments. Right. And I'm just typing a comment here. I'm doing this as an instructor, but my students could do the same thing. You can subscribe to comments on this video if you'd like. And then there's a default, right, notify me of replies. So if someone replies to my comments, like if I ask a question, then I'll get a notification. As an instructor, I think I would probably subscribe to comments because I want to see what my students are saying, but let's show you what this looks like. And I'm going to mute this. So watch what happens when we're watching the video as it gets to that point. You see the little pop-up, the little comments popped up. So as folks make comments, they'll pop up. Anyone can hover their mouse over the video and see the bubble where there are comments. And they can, of course, click on the comments tab here. Students can see that as well. So that's commenting. The other thing that we can do with videos that we either create or upload, so not with YouTube videos, and there is a different way to work around this, but for videos that we create or we upload, we can click on the captions tab and we can ask Canvas Studio to caption the video for us. So what language is spoken in the video? It's English. I'll click request. It's processing right now. Oh, look how quick that was. Wow. I got an email as well saying that these videos have been, that the video had been captioned. What I like about studio captioning versus YouTube auto captioning, I think the accuracy is, well, no, the accuracy quite isn't the same. Studio captioning will recognize punctuation, so it'll capitalize the first letter of sentences and add periods, which YouTube does not. Also, the captions for a studio video are not visible until I review them. So I've requested the captions. You can see that they're ready to be reviewed. My students can't see them yet, which I think is really nice because it's important in my discipline, I know in a lot of yours, that the spelling of words is correct. And so I can get that done. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this looks like. I'll click review and publish. I'm Professor Via. Oh, what? Right? So let's see, right? Okay, they didn't get that. So I'm not going to do too many editings, but I'm going to show you basically, right? I'm tabbing through, I'm using my keyboard. Okay, so I'm guessing that I probably said the word was there. Anyway, I can click on the link up here if I want to jump straight to that point in the video to hear it again. So as you become familiar with editing the auto captions in Studio, just like editing auto captions in YouTube, right? As you use it more, you become more familiar, it becomes easier. Once I'm satisfied with the captions, I select the publish button, and now these captions are visible to my students. So I'll select the save button, and then let's put this into student view. I think I can do that. Okay. A student can then select the captions button that's part of the player window here. So now the student can watch it and will. Okay. So I'm going to leave student view and talk about the thumbnail. And to edit the thumbnail, which I definitely want to do in this case, I actually have to go to the studio link in Canvas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, on the Canvas toolbar, right? So I'm not within the rich content editor. I'm not on a content page. I'm within the studio part of the window. And then I can select one of these links here. I think it's the Adkins menu, and select replace thumbnail. There we go. And then now I could go, find an image that would work for a better thumbnail for that video. Okay. Let me pause here. Let me take a look at some of the chat and see if you guys have any questions. Where can we choose the thumbnail videos? Let me come back up here.
You already did. Yeah, got the answer already. I saw it earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I had a quick comment about the studio captions. They are terrific, but if you pause at all in your lecture, as a natural speaker, you might pause. They'll put a period.
Yeah.
and then capitalize the next word. So I often will have a pause and I'll have to go in and just make an ellipsis or just delete it. But it's good. I think it's pretty good captioning. Sort of.
I see a question from Heidi about the RC. We'll take a look at this because this is a real student user who's logged into this class, but Julie's got your hand raised.
You might be getting to this, but if you take a video that you made that you published in YouTube that has perfect captioning already and you bring it to Studio, does the captioning come with it from YouTube?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a weakness for using Studio with YouTube. So Studio with YouTube, you get the interaction. You've seen the comments, you're about to see the quizzes, but you don't automatically get the captions, although you can bring them over. There is a way to do that. So this is a student user, Frodo Baggins has graciously allowed me to use his login. Fortunately, he's not a real student, so that he can't get busted for violating computer use policies. And since he's not a real student, I can't be busted either. I hope not. Anyway, so here's what the student sees. Let's take a look at this. These questions. One is if I go to, I think it was record your screen. No, it was upload a video I just did. I'm not going to comment here because again, you'll see what that's like, but the student can see the captions. Let's see what the settings are. This has to do with captions, speed and quality. Whether or not I want to see comments. Oh yeah, I guess the student can turn off the little bubbles that are timestamped. But a student could, go ahead and reply. This is Frodo. Okay. Can the student see all the videos in the class? They don't see the studio link on course navigation, but I'm going to give the student, what can I do to get the rich content editor? I think I need to give them a discussion. Oh, let's go to assignments. Maybe there's something there. Module 1 writing assignment. Let's go up here. Let's go to submit assignment. Can I do start assignment? No, this is a file upload assignment. So I need to come back to this class and let's add a discussion. And publish it. And let's come back here and that should be available to me as a student. Okay, so I'm a student. I'm about to get access to the rich content editor. A student clicks on the link. Okay, so here's that first time accessing the button, right? You see where the only option I have is view all. Click on view all. I'm going to find Canvas Studio. What can I access here as a student? I can access the videos. Oh no, that says Frodo Baggins. This is already uploaded by the student. So I can access my own videos. If I click on my library, yeah, it's only the videos that I've created as a student. So I cannot access my instructor's videos. What you can do, Eddie, as an instructor is you can, the share dialogue that I showed you, you actually could share videos directly with students because they are users in the system. You can also, let me go back to my studio video here. I didn't cover this yet, and this is a brand new thing, so I'm not quite as familiar with it. But what you can do is create what's called a collection. And I'm pretty sure you can share the collection directly with students. So I'm going to do a quick test on that. And pull up my calendar. Oh, not that calendar. All I want is to see my time. You all know me, I get going and going and going. I have to make sure that I stay on track. Okay, we have half an hour, we have enough time. Okay, great. I just got a bad thing here. Let's refresh, try that again. Here we go. I'm going to, go into my video, my library, so not the class specific area. If I go to my library, I can create a collection. There's that plus collection button. If I create a collection, I'm going to call this videos for Econ 300. And then I'm going to add videos to this collection. And then I have to upload them to here. And I can't even drag them from my thing. Let's see if I can do that this way. Oh, great. Let's take this video, Bombs and Immigrants. I'm going to see if I can just drag and drop. No, I can't. But I bet you I can edit this video and move to, nope, that's moving it to a class. Oh. So this is a collection I created. It obviously can't have multiple videos. I can share the collection and I could type a student's name. Yeah, and do it that way. It's going to be easier broadly to just put a list of links, or put them in other ways. So using the modules page, however. Okay. All right. Let's do the last demonstration here, and that's bringing something over from YouTube. This is an assignment, you may notice. So because this is an assignment, I can use the quiz tool in Studio and have the scores go directly into the gradebook. So This is also a lecture. I'm importing from the Black American History series from Crash Course. I add a comment to my students that there are quiz questions embedded to help you confirm you understand the details of the video. And it's important students know this. Remember to watch to the end of the video so you can submit your quiz. Students must watch the entire video before they see the submit button. So that's an important thing for them to know if they want their scores to count. Okay, so again, this is an assignment. So I'm going to go edit, and this is a third-party assignment because Canvas Studio is treated as a third-party tool by Canvas. So in my assignment dialog, right, I've got my instructions already. I'll give it a point value. And then the submission type is external tool. And then I'm going to select the Find button and then scroll down until I find Canvas Studio. There it is. And then I get the dialog pop up, and it should give me the option to add a video, and it does. External link. And you can do from YouTube or Vimeo, and I'm going to do YouTube. And I've got the link ready to go. So I'll paste the YouTube link and then hit add video. Oh, come on.
Is it a crash course?
It
video?
is, yeah. But I think
They have their own, I use it in my theater course. They have their own links. I don't think they're a YouTube link.
Yep.
Does that mean, oh, there it
I
is.
just had a typo. That's all. Okay, so
Oh.
here's a video, right, that I just did. I'm going to select this and display media tabs. Yes, but you know what? I don't have the quiz yet, right? So I select and then select. What I just did, let's not load this in the new tab. I think that's going to work. I'll hit save. So the video's there, right? My students can watch it. They can add comments. Now, I want the quiz instead. So here's what I need to do is I need to go back to my studio link. And this has to be done not from this view here, right? Not from inside my class, but from my library. And then if I select the view button for this video, I should have an option to do the quizzes. No, I didn't see that. So let's try the Atkins menu. There we go. Okay, so again, to say that again, to add a quiz, I can't access the video from the class page, right? This is my Flex Spring 23. I have to be in the My Library. And then I select the Atkins menu on the video itself. And one of the options is Create Quiz. Okay, right? So here is Black Panther Party video quiz. Not sure where this appears. The description, that is. Do I want my students to see a marker on the timeline for where the quiz questions are? No, thank you, Eddie. Of course I don't. Do I want to allow displaying annotations on timeline for students? I can't remember what this is, so I'm going to turn that on. Click Get Started. So again, I've created a quiz. Oh, and then I hit the back button. Okay. EPP quiz. Get started. Okay. So now I'm watching the video, and at any point I can click this plus button and create a question for the quiz. I have some quiz questions ready to go. So I'm going to drag my timer to, I'm going to do, I think, just one. No, I'll see if I can do 2 quiz questions. Okay. At 2:06, I'm going to drag myself out to 2:06, pause, and create a quiz question. This is going to be multiple choice. And the question stem is, which of the following were goals of the Seoul Students Advisory Group at Merritt College? The correct answer is Oh, I'm sorry. This is not multiple choice. Boy, maybe you think I do this. Okay, I'll make this different. Which of the following was not? I was going to do a multiple answer, a goal of the Seoul students. Okay. So the correct answer is elect a Black mayor for Oakland. The incorrect answers, because these were the actual goals, were develop Black student leadership, advocate for a more inclusive curriculum. Eventually, we had African American studies, connect the college to the community. I'm going to shuffle choices. I could have feedback if I want to. This is similar to the Canvas quiz things. I'm just going to click save. Okay, there, I see the edit button there. Let me do one more question. I'm going to jump all the way out to 754. And I've got a question about Ronald Reagan. This is going to be true, false. And the question is, Governor Reagan used the Black Panther Party for political gain. That was true. Hit save. Okay. So I've created a quiz here, right? I've got 2 questions. If I click the settings icon, it's going to give me back to those, right? The description and those options there. I'll hit save and click done. Okay. So I think the better workflow is to upload the video or add the video to Studio first, create the quiz, and then I'm going to add it to that page. So now let's go back to Studio. I'm sorry, this is import from YouTube. And I need to basically redo the video because when you import a video with a quiz, you get the options. So let's go back here, hit find, go back to Canvas Studio. This works. There we go. I see the little quiz icon up there. So that means this one has a quiz. If I hit select, I select the video quiz embed tab. So that button wasn't there. And it's going to ask me which quiz to include. You can't have multiple quizzes for video. Now I'm going to select embed, hit select. 2 questions. This is a 10-point assignment. Let's hit save. And now let's see what my students see. Oh, load from in a new window? No. I want to do that. Let's undo that. Same window. Okay, so click save there. All right, now let's see what my student sees, right? Let's go back for the student's view. Proto, how well does he know the Black Panther Party? Import from YouTube, Vimeo. So again, this is what the student sees, right? They see the instructions for the thing. Notice how the interface is a little bit different. There's no play button, it's get started. And so the student's going to start watching the video. And I'm going to have the student go straight to the, oh, you know what? I said I didn't want it, right? I said I didn't want the thing, but it was there. Well, all right. Let's get the, let's get this one correct. And then I'll get the next one incorrect. I'll say false and hit continue. And you see the rewatch button here. So if a student's like, oh, I'm not sure if that's right, they can click rewatch and it'll go back to the previous quiz question. Okay. So let's get this wrong, hit continue. Again, the student has to watch to the end of the video. And then 10 more seconds, I can't speed through, there we go. While this is going, you'll note that the description is pulled directly from YouTube when you import a YouTube video. Okay, I reached the end of the video as a student. I'm going to hit submit quiz. And then I could view the results. I could retake the quiz. Let's review the results. What do I see? Oh, I got 1 out of 2. Oh, okay, great. Why don't I go to grades? And I should see my score for that quiz. And I got instructor has not posted this grade. What is up with my instructor? I must have it set up so that it's not posted automatically. Funny how you're testing a lecture. Has this guys ever happened to you where your lecture prep works great and then you actually give the lecture and something didn't work? I don't know why it didn't grade automatically because it should have. Okay, let me talk about captions from YouTube while I do that. But before I jump to that, your questions on what I've shown just now about quizzes. And let's see if I mentioned anything that in the chat. Oh, the library that I'm mentioning, it's the Atkins menu. So this is the thing that I came up with in case you haven't heard this before. The 3 horizontal lines on a menu, there are some folks at Google who started calling this the hamburger menu, right? Because it's like a stacked hamburger with the slices. And this menu here, right, with the 3, well, my first thought was that's a skinny hamburger because it's 3 lines and it's very thin. And I thought, well, what can I connect with hamburger and skinny? And isn't the Atkins menu the menu where you're just supposed to eat, right? So boom, that's why I call it the Atkins menu. Now, the cruel twist is if you see a horizontal 3 dots, right? Like it's a skinny hamburger has been tipped over. I call that the Dr. Atkins menu because I know he's passed away. Thank you for laughing. You guys got that joke. Okay. To add captions to a YouTube video, they're not included automatically. So if I go back to the view button here, well, that's fine. I'll hit get started. There's no captions button. That takes care of that, right? There's no captions button here. So I have to edit the captions, but if I click on captions here, there's no auto caption built in. Canvas did not turn on the auto caption, right? I mean, it's just a video file. There's audio, you tell it the language, it converts it to text. So there's no technical reason why they can't do it. They blamed copyright. They said they couldn't do that. So, you know, I happen to know that accessibility trumps copyright. So I'm gonna add those captions myself. Notice that there's an upload option here. So you can upload your YouTube video captions directly to Studio. If it's your YouTube video that you've made and you've captioned it in YouTube, you can download it from YouTube and then upload it into Studio. So you can do that on your own. But if it isn't yours and you want to find those captions, what I do is I just basically do a search for YouTube caption downloader. And downsub.com, great. I'll go ahead and grab the first one, and I need a YouTube link there. So let's, oh, good. It still has the link from my clipboard. Click the download button. And what's important is you download it in the SRT format. So SRT is the file format that is used by Studio. So not text and not any other formats that come up. Also, if you do this, doing a search for a random website, like I just said, you get lots of practice at ignoring pop-up ads and stuff. So there's a side benefit, I guess. Don't click on anything, but download the SRT file, right? That's going to download to my local computer. And now I can go into Studio and I can say, for this video, upload in English, find that SRT file that I just downloaded. And now it's working. And now this video has captions. And that I love, because the videos that we find on YouTube, right, like the crash course videos I'm showing here, these are all captioned. They do a pretty good job at that. TED videos are captioned. A lot of YouTube videos are captioned. In case you don't know, what you can do is go to YouTube. And then when you do a search for videos, oops. Right. When you do a search for videos, you can select the filters and say, I only want subtitled videos. And all these videos here that meet my search terms have been manually captioned. Okay. Let me go back to my presentation and see how far have I gone astray. So we did recording ourselves. I unfortunately wasn't able to demonstrate it, but you did see the camera work, the recording work for recording your screen, uploading a video, and we did getting it from YouTube or Vimeo as well. I also showed you how to download the captions from YouTube. Yep, there that is. And then I talked about the interactions, right? The time-based comments, also the time-based quiz questions that can be assignments in the gradebook. Again, for the quiz, the best workflow order is to put the video in Studio first, create the quiz there, and then create the assignments to add the Studio video, right? That I had to go back and do that. Oh, I didn't talk about sharing analysis in students. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? On the media tabs in Studio, there's an Insights tab. And on the Insights tab, I can see all of the students in my class. I can see how many of them have, how long they have watched as a group. I can also go individual by individual. So let's take a look at Frodo's views, right? He watched only 10% of the video, and these are the parts that he watched. So if Frodo's not doing well on the course learning outcomes that are related to this video, I know a place where I can get some data for him, for that student, and help him perhaps do better. You can also, as the instructor, look at quiz results and take a look at the quiz results for the student by student and also for the whole class. And it's taking a while to load, of course, because I'm in a presentation and I feel like I'm running out of time. So let me come back and see if I have one more slide. I do. It's the thank you slide. And I think that my timing is just about over, aren't I? Oh, I'm getting close to the end because we're going until 4 o'clock. Perfect.
Can I ask
Not quite as
one
rushed as I
question?
thought. Questions? Yeah, Hankyu.
Yeah. One question is, you use the assignment to create the quiz, like video inserted and then set it up. But is there any way I can post the video to create quiz instead of assignment? Because in the quiz, you can set up like different attempt, like 1 or 2, 3, so they can do it several times. For
Yes.
assignment, I couldn't see that function. So.
The quiz questions that, yeah, so I think I understand. If you wanted to use the Canvas quiz where you have all the options, right?
Right, right.
I believe that you can't integrate the studio quiz questions with a Canvas quiz,
Mhm.
but I'm happy to do a quick test while we're here. Let's do
Yeah.
a quiz. Create quiz. Let's make it a new quiz. And I will see what that looks like. I'll go straight to, no, I can't do build, right? What? Okay, so again, I'll try this, a 10-point assignment. And it's already using the external tool. I'm gonna guess no, because it's already using the external tool, right? That is the Canvas quiz. Sorry, Canvas new quizzes is an external tool. But if I go straight to build, then the question type would be, what would it be? It would have to be, well, say, no, let's do a stimulus. And let's say title is the video, Black Panther Party video. Answer each question from this video. And then the content, it's going to be insert media. No, it doesn't have the studio connection here because they've pulled back the rich content editor in quizzes, in new quizzes. They added it and then they pulled it back a couple of weeks ago because there was an issue with stuff not copying over. So let's pretend that it did work, and I'll just go ahead and do insert video. I'll do the embed, and I'll grab the embed code from that video. Share, embed, copy, and then paste. So then what I would do is I would be attaching questions, right? I would be creating my questions just like I did before, and I wouldn't have the timestamp. I'm pretty sure that that's the case. But this is a way to put a video with questions inside a quiz.
But you can create like multiple attempt in
Yeah.
there?
Because this is a Canvas new quiz, and like Canvas classic quizzes, I have the option to allow multiple. So I clicked on the settings link up top and then allow multiple attempts. How many attempts are they allowed? Let's give them, I'll give them 5 attempts.
Okay.
Right.
But they cannot see the question directly from the videos, but through the quiz.
Right. They won't see the questions. In this example here, what they would see is, I need to attach a question for this to work, is they would see the questions at the same time they're watching the video, and the questions wouldn't pop up like they do when you're doing the quiz directly inside the Canvas Studio.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
But if it is not from the YouTube, then how can you load it there?
How come this one?
Yeah, this one is you copy.
Yeah, I just copied the embed code from YouTube.
Yeah, right.
Right now, the rich content editor is not available inside new quizzes.
Yeah.
So because of that,
Mhm.
they were kind of fuzzy with where it would be allowed and where it wouldn't. So let me see if I can do this in my history class. So give me a quiz. Here's a quiz, new quiz. Let's go straight to build. Let me add a question. No, it's the same. It's the same. I call this the wimpy rich content editor, right? I don't even have the ability to edit HTML in here.
Mm.
So that's too bad.
But if you use old quiz, is it available or?
Yeah, let's find out.
Yeah, that's my, because I am still using the old one, so
Yeah.
not the new one.
So I'll go create a classics quiz.
Mhm.
New quiz, make it classic. Go straight to questions, create a new question. And I'll make it multiple choice and I'll go into, what I'm looking for. There it is.
Actually, there's yeah, studio. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's good. Yeah.
Now, here's
You can do
something.
it.
If I select the quiz, the video that has the quiz already built into it, I don't know what's going to happen here. Video quiz embed. Let's find out.
Right.
Why not?
Maybe that's yeah.
And I'll make this a 1-point question. That's fine.
Yeah.
Update, save and publish. All right, let's go straight to student view. Copy that URL. Go to that page. What does Frodo see? Okay, take the quiz. Got it. And oh, there's no question answers down here, right? So that's a mistake that I made. I did not put any options or even question text, but
Okay.
if I take the quiz, I'm sure this won't work, but I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go straight to this quiz here. I'll answer it correctly this time. And then I'm going to go straight to the end. And, 48 seconds. Okay, not 38. Oh, submit incomplete quiz. Great. I have that option. If I hit review results, it's going to say 1 out of 2. Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Great.
Yeah.
If I hit submit quiz, yeah, that's going to give me 0 points on the quiz, but it's within the other thing. So now what the instructor sees, let's refresh this page. I'll go straight to speed grader. What does Frodo have, right? Unanswered, right? And I would have to then, as the instructor, click on quiz results, student results, and I would have to type, right? Here's the score, 50%, and type that score in manually down here, 0.5. No, I'm sorry, I would type it up over here, 0.5, not give the student any fudge points, and then hit update scores. So that's another way to do it. I hope that helps. Eddie.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the first quiz that you created and you got the get started. Is there anything that's stopping them from hitting that again and taking the quiz a second time? And then if there are multiple attempts, you could just keep doing it as a student. What score does it record?
Yeah, those are options that I had, and I'm sorry that I didn't say that. Nope, this is discussions. Let's come back here into here. I'm the instructor right now, but it's not giving me the edit assignment settings. Let's see if I can do this here. And then go to external tool. So see, I'm having to reselect it, right? And then I think you have to edit it back on that original page. Video quiz embed. No, I have to actually go back to Studio and no, go to my library, right? I have to go to Studio, my library, then click on the thing and go to quizzes and edit the BPP quiz, or add a new quiz, I guess. Okay, and then click on quiz settings. Is it here? No, where is it that the students get to retake it?
So couldn't Frodo just click on it again? Like, what's stopping him from hitting get started a second time as a student?
Right, there isn't anything unless I go back to that page. So this is, I'm going to edit the assignment and not edit the, not try to edit the quiz itself. So let's edit assignment settings. And let's have only one attempt. And hit save. Okay, I'm going to log out as Frodo, and I'm going to log in as Sam.
That's the different quiz though. That's the quiz you created through the quiz function. I was thinking about the one that you created through the video
Through Studio,
quiz
right?
embedded in the video.
Yeah, no, that's
First
the one.
one you did.
So I'll have Eleanor log in, and Eleanor goes to this class here. And Eleanor is going to say import from YouTube Vimeo, because that's the 10-point, right? That's the assignment.
Yes.
So this is a brand new student. She's going to click get started. And I'll answer both questions this time. Okay. I'll go all the way to the end. Submit. Well, I have replay. I don't have option to take the quiz again.
Well, if you submit it, what happens?
Oh, I see a retake quiz. Yeah.
But,
Because
I
up
mean,
at the top, it says only allowed one attempt.
Mhm.
yeah,
I like
Yeah.
it.
Well, looks like the folks at Instructure have some work to do. So let me do this one more time, because I didn't look at quiz results yet. I don't think that would make a difference, but just in case.
I know this would never happen in Teach Well.
Okay, so here are the results. Okay, great. I got 2 out of 2. Oh, okay, it recorded both of my attempts. Okay. I see retake quiz. What if I go, let's just get out of this and come back to this page. That, can I retake it again? That was this one here. Import from YouTube, Vimeo, go back to there. Yep, retake quiz. Okay, so where we can influence Instructure's development on these tools to make things better, like the things that we notice, is if we go to the help menu inside Canvas, and you can go straight to search Canvas guides. In the Canvas guides, we can go to actually select the Canvas menu from the Instructure community, and there's a place called the New Quizzes Hub. I'm sorry, it's not there. It's Canvas, and then it's Canvas Studio, excuse me. And then in the Canvas Studio area, we can go to idea conversations, question forums, and share feedback about Studio, which I will be shortly doing this afternoon, especially about the ability to limit quizzes. Okay, and here we are at 4 o'clock. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this. As you are working on this, of course, you can contact me for help. I'd love to answer your questions and help you use these tools here. The help menu, Canvas Global Navigation, is where you can get help. We have a website that we've created locally to support our CRC faculty. And of course, you can contact us directly. Thank you very much again for spending some of your valuable time with us this afternoon.